So thank you, everyone. You can keep your eyes open, or you can have them closed or slightly open. But as long as you're not looking at people on the screen too much, yeah, that would be a bit distracting, especially if your friends are there or your enemies. Yeah, so yeah, please. So let's remember to slow down and pay attention to this so-called person, combination of body, mind, almost like seems miraculously brought into the world through the uniting of a sperm and an egg in the mother's womb or a person's womb. Yeah. And here we are, collective. We've created a collective karma to be here, to be students of 16 guidelines, FDCW, the lamas, and to be here at this juncture of world history with extraordinary challenges and extraordinary potentials. So what are we going to do about it? So take a few deep breaths and just see if you can relax with the out breath. Just let go with the out breath. Just let go. Allow yourself to be relaxed. Sense of stillness, sense of relaxation. A sense of being very awake, very aware. And if there's a sense of being stressed or uptight or tense somewhere, that's okay. Just feel that you're making friends with that, and that there's room for everything. There's room in the mind for everything. It's like space. It's vast, like space. So in this short time we have, let's remember a couple of things. The kindness of others, and how everything is just a little bit like a dream, isn't it? So remember the kindness, starting with wherever you want. You may have researched your grandparents, your great-grandparents. Start where you want. We all have, a lot of us have genes from Genghis Khan. You want to thank him, maybe. Anyway, maybe parents. That's more down to earth. Wow, they did so much. Most parents did so much. Even if they abandoned us when we were born, just think how much at least the mother had to go through it. So whether they were happy or sad, or whether we had a so-called happy or so-called sad upbringing or whatever, how kind they were. Really, how kind they were. Because we have this body. We can see and hear and taste and touch and smell those delicious smells coming out of the shop selling coffee. And we have this extraordinary mind. with its ability to be gentle and courageous, loving. You know, it's all a bit dreamlike, isn't it? Yesterday, your childhood, your parents. Where are they? Who are they? Who are we? The kindness is connected to the interconnectedness. At least whatever we know, whether we know about emptiness or not, we know we are connected. We know we depend on other people, on animals, on the soil, on vegetation, on the earthworms, the bees. So many dependent relationships, interdependent relationships. It's extraordinary. The kindness of others is extraordinary. It's it's just extending infinitely, it seems. And they all want to be happy, like you and me, and they make such a mess of things, don't they? Don't we? So how wonderful it would be if we could help beings create happiness and its causes through wisdom, through compassion, through understanding. That used to be a slogan, I think, for the previous avatar of FDCW. Freedom through understanding, wisdom, compassion through understanding. That the compassion comes when we understand the connectedness. And the more we understand the connectedness, the more the compassion comes, and vice versa. The more compassion, the more we realize how we are interrelated. There's no obsessively fixed central headquarters running the show. Let's dedicate for the welfare of all of FDCW's projects, for there to be vast numbers of very wise and kind, intelligent young teachers and trainers helping multitudes of young people to develop their potential, for them to flower in goodness. For the sake of this planet, for the sake of this world and all the beings. And of course, we must dedicate for all of our teachers to have long and healthy lives, and for Lama Zopa Rinpoche to quickly return to us in whatever form is most beneficial for us in the period ahead. And as Rinpoche would always say, may there always be harmony, well-being amongst all the members, all the practitioners, everyone connected with FDCW. May we realize the great responsibility we have, not just because some of us may have taken certain vows, but just because as human beings, don't we need to help each other right now? You know? So may that happen. So thank you for your patience. So thank you all so much. It's always a great inspiration. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.